Hello, my beautiful rock stars. It's your girl Rocqi, your revolutionary hippie from LifeIsRocqi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and help me get monetized. So today on this video, we're overlapping between Manifest Reality's happiness coaching. Check that link in the description box below. One day I will be launching my Belonging and Love program, but I am 8 months pregnant, so you know, sign up on my email list so you know when that launches. And I'm also on my birthing ball right now because this is comfortable for my 8 months pregnant self. But anyways, also some Rocqi's reflections in this video, as well as my polyamorous journey, and that's Mrs. Smart to you. Just a lot of overlaps between my playlists. But yeah, thanks for joining me today. So, and hopefully I can see the time. My phone is being weird, so hopefully it doesn't cut off on you all. Also, the kids upstairs are playing, so there may be thumping. Don't know if you can hear it, but it's distracting to me, so you know that may happen as well. But this is the time I gotta record, so I gotta do it, baby boo. Alrighty. Anyways, so today I wanted to talk about the complexities of dating because I read an article, and I believe it was from the BBC, and they were talking, well, one, I'm a millennial, I'm 31, okay, but they were talking about Gen Z and how they're leaning into the situationship, which I thought was fascinating because the situationship became a term within the millennial generation. So within my understanding of a situationship, usually what happened is the woman had a romantic interest in a man, and they both were having sex with each other. However, that man was not committing to a monogamous romantic relationship, but still wanted that connection, could still be taking the woman out on dates, again, having sex, but not giving that commitment or exclusivity, right? So in this article, it was just fascinating because they were saying how, yeah, Gen Z is leaning into the situationship, that they understand that not every connection needs to go somewhere, and that there's still value in having physical and emotional connections. And I loved it because they used the term relationship escalator, which, check out my polyamorous journey playlist. I have a short on the relationship escalator, and it's something within the polyamorous culture because it's something that a lot of people reject. So basically, the relationship escalator is there are steps on the way of life and relationships that we've all been programmed, and you ride the escalator all the way up. You don't get off, you don't move steps around, you ride that bitch, right? So I'm cursing. How long am I? We'll see. But so first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in the baby carriage, you know. So there's that. And yeah, Gen Z is like, nah, bruh. I'm gonna do things my way, which, you know, millennials taught them, so thanks to us. But Gen Z is prioritizing, in this article, prioritizing themselves and their careers over relationships. So they're like, I'm not looking for anything long-term that could take me off the trajectory of my life. Like, hello, everybody going to therapy? I am doing me, baby, okay? So if they're not looking for a long-term commitment or some of these relationship escalator steps, which would be moving in together, merging finances, having children, stuff like that, then you really get to decide what the fuck you want, you know? And also, within the context of situationships, exclusivity is no longer on the table. Now, mind you, polyamory hit the mainstream within millennial generation, I guess. But Gen Z is really riding the non-monogamy. Like, they are really accepting that into their culture, I guess. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below, because I'm a millennial, not Gen Z. Let me know your thoughts. But from what I've seen, it's because, and I would say it's an easier acceptance with Gen Z because they're already accepting of like the LGBTQ plus community. Now let's get it twisted. That community, Alphabet Mafia, you know, Pride, and the polyamorous community are two separate communities. Okay, yes, I'm bi and polyamorous, but they are not the same. Okay, a lot of overlap, but not the same. Okay. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. But so yeah, so this article was very fascinating because yeah, if you're like in school, if you're moving, like, yes, I want to connect with someone in a physical way as well as an emotional and romantic way. But we don't need to get married, bruh. We don't need to have kids. We just need to enjoy our connection, right? So let me get a drink of water before I say this next bit. So my husband, okay, and my fingers are getting fat, so I can't wear my engagement ring no more. I can barely wear my wedding band. But anyways, so my husband, who is Onaje Smartt with 2 T's at Smartt Love, check him out, couples therapist, all right. So he coined the concept of, what are you dating for? Are you dating for experience? Are you dating for connection? Or are you dating for a purpose? Okay. So dating for experience, and again, I have his stuff linked in my description box below too. Smartt Love, he has a YouTube channel. If you want couples therapy, relationship coaching, check him out. Smartt Love, 2 T's. But yeah, so if you're dating for experience, that was me in high school. Right? Like, I was definitely not dating for marriage. I was like, you cute, you cool, you know, like, it was not, no. Now, sure, my standards came after those experiences. I learned and I grew, but that's what I wanted the experiences for. I just wanted to experience dating, you know, and relationships. Like, I didn't have that was my goal, you know. Definitely wasn't shooting for any long term at all, right? So after dating for experience was dating for connection. Now this definitely happened more so in college because again, I had the good and the bad guys, and I was like, enough of this, let's only have good, right? So now I'm looking for a deeper connection with the people I'm involved with, right? So for me, a lot of that's a mental connection, obviously a physical connection, okay. Could be an emotional connection, not necessarily a romantic connection, but could be. Let's see. I think it was more like how we thought about the world, what our values were, what our interests were, what our beliefs were, that kind of thing. Like I just wanted people I can connect with, I could talk to, you know. So there was that dating for connection. But then it definitely went into dating for a purpose, which for me was marriage. Okay. Now, dating for a purpose doesn't have to be marriage, legal marriage. It could be life partnership. It could be just a committed relationship instead of just casually dating type of thing. And again, none of this means monogamy. Okay. So all of that. Now, I had a situationship for 2 years with my husband. Okay. I'll explain that in a minute. And I had a situationship with my ex for 3 years prior to him. So, and I wanted commitment from both of them. Now let me break it down. My ex and I dated for 5 months and then he broke up with me. I continued to hold on for the next 3 years. So obviously we're having sex. The love was definitely still there after we broke up, like within that year. The love was definitely still there. Definitely bumpy that second year as he was trying to get away. Ah, goodness, respect men's no, ladies. But anyways, that third year, I think I started becoming a better version of myself, as did he. So the love kind of returned between us. But at that point, I was moving across country to California. He had another year at college. So yeah, there was that. But But yeah, that was kind of what happened within our situationship. I did want to marry him, so there was that, but I also wanted the committed relationship. But I was also like still dating. I still had another sexual partner. Like, I was not monogamous, okay? And I didn't know it at the time, but I didn't desire monogamy. I just wanted him to invest in me. And that's the thing with commitment. If you actually look up the definition of commitment, it's talking about investment and dedication to someone, a cause, a belief, a population. You know, like, it's not limited to romantic relationships. It's not limited to monogamy. Commitment is just like putting your efforts and energy and time into someone, you know, consistently, or whatever that frequency looks like for that specific relationship. So as far as what everybody is agreed to. So yeah, so that was that situationship. And then with my husband, we started long distance. He was in New Jersey, I was in San Diego, and he did not want to do long distance, which I understood, especially because he had a bad experience with long distance with his ex. Completely understood. And also, I still wanted to be in a romantic relationship with him, and also we were still having sex when we did see each other. So, situationship. So then he actually, a year later, moved to where I lived in Oakland, California. And he was like, you know, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I just want to date. It's a new area. Completely understand. Oakland women be fine. I get it. It was summer. I understood. Okay. Again, I was still dating. I don't think I was having other sexual partners at that point, because I was sleeping with him when he moved here. But I still wanted that romantic relationship with him. So I think that second, like after 2 years of him still not committing to me, and when I say he still wasn't committing to me, I meant like, I could feel like he was holding back. Like he wasn't allowing the full energy of our connection to flow freely. He was holding himself back from our love. And I was like, bruh, why? Especially because at this point, I had questioned my sexuality, accepted that I was bi. And once I realized I was bi, I was like, well, there's no way in hell I'm choosing. So monogamy is no longer an option for me. I am individually polyamorous. So at that point, I was like, bruh, I'm not asking you to commit to monogamy. I'm asking you to commit to me. Put your energy, your effort, your investment, your dedication into me. It doesn't have to be only me. And that's when we began our committed life partnership. And after almost 4 years of committed life partnership, that's when we got legally married. So let me take another drink. So that is the situationship story of my life, as well as talking about my different areas of my life and what I was dating for. Now let's get into the women. Okay, again, I'm bi. Oh, check out my playlist, queer-ish. You know, overlap on this channel. This is why it's reflections on life, relationships, and womanhood, baby. But anyways, let's see. So with women, it was definitely dating for experience. Like, bruh, I was 26. I was like a teenager emotionally. Like it was definitely dating for experience. Like I just need to experience women for the first time in my life, you know? Now I was talking to a woman for 4 months. I did fall in love with her. We didn't have sex though. And well, my definition of sex has changed since I've been with women. I still wouldn't call it sex though. I would call it like experimenting. Not full sex though. That just, nah. But we did some things, but I don't call her my first sexual experience. But definitely, so dating experience and sexual experience, I would say those are the two aspects of experience from my understanding. Right. And there was definitely connection as I fell in love with her. Right. So definitely that. And then the second woman I dated was the year after her. And I think we only talked for a month, but definitely she was my first sexual experience. And whew, she was hot. Definitely, I was like, definitely into women. Now she probably could have been a friend with benefits. However, she was dating my husband at the same time, realized 1, she couldn't do a triad, 2 people at the same time, and then 2, she's probably monogamous, and then 3, it was more of a sexual connection with me and more of an emotional connection with him. So there was a lot going on in that. I'm going to make a video about the challenges of polyamory. I'm going to talk about that experience. Subscribe so you know when that comes out. But yeah, so hers was still for experience, but from her, I was like, with men, I could casually date as well as have casual sex. Like friends with benefits, fuck buddies, one nights, I could do all that with men. With women, I desired an emotional connection. I needed an emotional connection with women more than I ever did with men. It came easier for me with men, but I needed it from women because I haven't had that experience. So that being said, connection became a lot more of a priority than the experience part, but it is still both because it is still new for me. But that being said, so like after the second woman, I no longer can do casual sex with women. Like I need some kind of commitment, some kind of consistency there. So the third woman I was talking to, definitely figured out early on that we were incompatible, but she fulfilled that emotional support that I needed. And I was like, oh yes, like I really need to be with a woman specifically in this type of connection. So at this point in my life, again, I'm 8 months pregnant, so I will not be dating this year, but next year though. I am looking for, what am I dating for? What is my goal in dating? I'm dating for relationship experience with women because relationship experience is different than dating experience. Oh, there's 3. Okay, so dating experience, sexual experience, relationship experience. 3 experiences. So yeah, I'm looking for relationship experience with women because casual dating is too inconsistent for me. But I'm not dating for a purpose because I don't want another life partner right now. I want to learn from relationships with women to know more about myself, know more about what I want in a woman, a relationship with a woman, before I settle down, because I only have the capacity for 2 romantic partners at a time. That's my polysaturation. Some people have a higher polysaturation, but that's me. So yeah, I'm not ready for another life partner, but I do still want to experience women, but I do need that emotional romantic connection. So what I love about this article and about this conversation is that people are beginning to develop language of understanding themselves, of being able to communicate what they actually want, what they need, what they desire, and find people who are compatible, right? So all of this one-sided stuff doesn't have to be a thing. Like you can clearly communicate, hey, this is where I am, what I want. What do you want? Okay, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and then tell me, what is your goal in dating? Are you dating for experience? Again, dating experience, sexual experience, relationship experience. Are you dating for connection? And what type of connection are you dating for? Are you dating for a purpose? And what does that look like? Because not everybody's purpose is legal marriage. Sometimes you want to have babies with people, you know? You make a good co-parent. Let's do this. You know? So yeah, figure out what you're dating for and then find people who are compatible with your goal in dating. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm loving that we're having these conversations. And again, stay tuned. I have a lot more to offer you all at Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching. That belonging and love need is dear to my heart, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but people are struggling right now in the dating, relationships, and marriage field. So yeah, as a licensed marriage and family therapist, I've been learning some things So I'm excited to bring that program to you. But stay tuned. And then, you know, subscribe on my YouTube channel for the free content. But all right, you take care of you beautiful people. Light and love.